Hey, what's good? It's DBG. Join the Patreon. We got dozens of hours of content on there. It's 4 quarters. It costs $1. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Or you can get that internal affairs option. It's $10.
Oh my gosh! Internal affairs. It's so
And
nefarious.
Tristan doesn't say the N-word, but he says something pretty close. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Can't be it.
God damn it. I mean, it's enticing. And he did scream colors into a microphone. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Final Stop Podcast. I'm your host. I told you the headphones. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad, live from
They're not going to be able to hear
live
this.
from the ever glorious Mescal Manor. Over here on Over here on the other side of the country, it's the Vampire King Possum, Lord Meerkat. It's Tristan Bowling.
Oh, boys.
You know how bad this is going to be framed up to? Fuck.
Just do a hard adjustment when he gets set.
Fellas, I was taking a nap. What's up, fellas? I didn't know we're doing the podcast today.
You're so dumb. It took me a sec to put it together, bro. Everyone was like, all right, where's Tristan at? And I was like, I think the headphones are gone. He's doing a thing. And then you were just
I was doing a thing.
Daniel called it perfectly. He's like, I don't see the headphones. He's waiting for his cue
He's
in.
hearing it. Yeah, he's hearing the whole thing. Over here on the side table, it's
forward teeth and grass-fed beef.
Campagna and Andrew Oriana.
Aldo,
Also, how come
give
they
it
put
up.
the Enye on your name last night?
I
You got
never
Campana. What the
I
fuck?
never asked for it. I never
No,
did
he's
that.
talked about it. It's the easier way for them to just not fuck up
That'd
his
be like
name
if
more.
they said Bridge God. It'd be like,
Well, they did say Daniel Bridge, and you didn't have words for them.
Also, there
that kid was a pussy.
A is in the English alphabet, so it kind of makes it easier.
That makes sense. You're like, Enye? What is that? The squig? Like in pinata? You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
Also, when people want to find me after the show, they'll probably like not know how to look up Aldo Campagna.
They'll put Y's and
They'll
some
put
shit.
Y's or they'll
Why don't
put
you
an
just completely
I.
sell out and go by like fucking Andrea?
Why don't you
Aldo
sell
C.
out and buy verified, Daniel? I don't
If
fucking
this
know. because
doesn't
maybe I
get
got some
better,
bread.
if this
Shit.
doesn't get better, I'm going back to sleep. Okay?
Bro, Aldo's coming
Aldo's
for-
swinging, dog.
Aldo's getting a little, yeah.
And I said this on the IA. You
He
treat him a
finally
lot
separate-
better than you
he
treated
finally-
me.
He finally separated himself from the fucking open mic gremlins that he always hangs out with.
Yeah, dude.
Congratulations.
I'm moving up.
I'm
bro.
not one of them. Shut up, forehead.
Forehead. That's like the one thing I don't have, dude. I got a tiny forehead.
Do you?
Really?
I do. Yeah, it's kind of small.
Nah.
The wings are getting bigger.
The wings. And I got my ball.
That thing's about to fly away to your scapula.
Yeah. Dude,
don't know.
the way your hairline looks when you pull your hair back, it looks like how they put like hair in Barbie dolls, where it's just like a just line across
Bro,
the
Aldo
side of
could
your
have-
head. Do you
Aldo
have
could have
plugs?
the nicest
What?
at 19.
I don't know. His parents has that.
Tristan, you and Aldo do have the same hair. You do have
You
the
said
same
that
hair.
weird.
No, but he's confined to that. You shouldn't. You should have a nice fade all the way around and like some slicked over like
Oh, 2 lines on the
kind
side of his head too?
pomaded. Yeah, you know, I happen to be black with dread. Yeah, that is a thing. If you showed up with 2 lines in the side of your head, I would be like, that's a problem.
I have a star drawn in?
Yeah.
I
You have
would
a little
love
heartbeat
it.
sensor on the side.
But dude,
No,
you just
none of
have
you
the
guys
fucking.
can do.
I want to
No,
see
you can't do
fucking Andrew coming in here with the Air Jordan logo shaved into the back of his head. That's what I
The
want.
fucking intricate Florida Gator designed on the back
Yeah.
of his head. I had that.
Yeah.
Once. That's why I said that. I spent $300 of my mom's real dollars getting some guy
To get the
before we went on a
Florida
football-
Gator.
We were going to play in nationals when I was in like Pop Warner AYF out here, and she went to like this like professional guy who like faded me up and it was real nice. And then he
Oh,
sat
your
there,
mom
like,
agreed to this decision?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a time back when football was good where we were money. we were all right.
Y'all have intricate handshakes.
When football
and that-
was good, everything was good in the Bridgegad household. But when football was bad, he's a comedian, and everything is bad in the Bridgegad household.
Dude, and now we bond over alcohol, and that fuels comedy. It all came full circle.
You have such a trash life, dog.
That's a
You have such a trash life.
You don't understand how bad I want to be classy. Like, it explains my girlfriend so much. Like, I want out of this. Take me away from me.
You're dragging her down with you.
Come here
Yeah.
to the NASCAR race.
Yeah.
Come to Lake Pleasant and float.
Daniel,
to the
go to
30 Bud Light
Daniel,
fishing
go
trip.
to the fridge and slap the bag that wine came in. All right, we know what type of trash you are.
I just threw the box in the recycle. Don't worry about it.
Bullshit, you don't recycle. That's kindling for
that in
backyard
the
barbecues. Yeah.
I give that to Tucci for toys.
You stop drinking Bud Lights because
That's how redneck I am. My cat has a lesion.
Yeah, your
Your
cat,
cat
has
has
a
a-
fucking head injury.
My
dude.
cat's a fucking spastic crackhead. So much so that we had to get some fucking bullshit pheromone to plug into the wall so she doesn't throw up all the goddamn time. Being a cat dad's stupid as fuck.
You're not a cat dad.
I'm feeling like a cat dad. I pay doctor bills like a cat dad. I pay vet bills.
Is
like a
Tucci
cat
your one dipshit child?
Yeah, no, trust me. A nigga with a cat walks out on a $400 cat bill. A nigga with a cat leaves. He goes, oh,
Yeah,
there's
that's
more
a dead
cats out
cat.
there.
that's
Yeah.
dead cat.
I'm
That's
going to the
that's
corner
a-
to get catnip. I'll be back.
That went from Daniel's cat to being the neighborhood's cat. Now it's outside.
That's how I
And-
found her, because her first dad was just a nigga with a cat. And then I got her 4 months later, because he was like, no, sir.
And now they have a devastating head injury. Dude, fucking, I walked in and Tucci was just bleeding out their face.
You did point it out. Yeah, she definitely
Tucci was
like,
bleeding out of her fucking face.
Well,
Yes.
no, she has like next to her ear up here, she has like a bloody little patch. She definitely fucked herself up. Like, she'll get zoomies, but she's like a freak athlete, so she'll like just fucking pewing off shit. And occasionally, like, she will fuck herself up. Like, generally, it's her trying to like grab for something and miss, and she does like a cartwheel in the air getting fucked up. But it literally looks like Puss in Boots, where he's like flipping. That's what it looks like when she like misses the back of my computer chair. But I could easily see her like, we have hardwood, like skirting on the fucking
And
floor.
just hitting a corner, yeah.
Yeah, just smacking her shit because she's nervous.
Yeah, I've seen
Much like how I
Bear
felt
take
after
some.
football games.
I've seen Bear take some hard corners and Tokyo drift into shit, especially my grandma, which was not good. I don't like. Bear
Bear's
is almost
taking out knees, dog.
Bear has almost
That's
killed
how
my
you-
grandma more than alcohol has almost killed my grandma.
Is Bear woozy after?
No, he fucking just gets it. He gets up like he's embarrassed. Like he gets up like he's just like fuck that shit. Didn't even mean to anyways. Like just runs off. He's a good guy. I miss
all
my
nervous now.
guy,
I'm gonna
dude.
have to. You know what sucks? This is gonna be like. I'm gonna. Taylor doesn't know yet, and now I'm gonna have to tell her and be like, Tucci has a little knock on the old head. I'm definitely gonna underplay it because she's gonna be like, this happened in your care. I'm gonna be like, it's not my fault. The cat's fucking retarded. Tell her to stop being Bruce Lee on furniture.
So
That's not on you.
So this happened before she after she left. Like this is new. This is a new head wound. This is fresh blood.
Actually, we don't have proof that it's that new. It could very well be from like
if
9:30 this
if
morning.
it's still bleeding, it's pretty new, pal.
What are you, a fucking lawyer? Just let me try and back the time up a little bit. Take
Yes,
some
Tristan
heat off
Bowling,
my
cat law. I will support you and your cat in all of his financial needs, and if he needs to be
Feline
represented,
attorney at law.
yeah.
We'll fix all your problems.
It's so stupid.
Not all 9 lives, no problem. Tristan Bowling.
Yeah. I have
No
one
credit, no
life
lives?
dedicated. I have one life dedicated to you.
Dedicated to your 9.
Yeah.
That's, you know what? That's how I'm going to tell Taylor that today.
Yeah.
Dude,
Why are
that's
you
it.
in court? Sir, why are you in court today? Perjury.
I was going to try and say fraud with a purr on it, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I saw a pause of everyone thinking of another cat pun. And everyone looking into the air.
Just whiffing. Just no one thought of anything. Else.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm a little concerned, though. Of another guy.
Why?
Vet bill. She'll toughen up. I have a fucking.
Yeah.
I cracked my head open. Didn't go to the doctor. No stitches.
She
No, it-
has bandage. Taylor walks in. She has bandages all over her face, like a warrior.
Audibly just like, burn.
All the meows get deeper. Meow.
Yeah. Tucci started barking. I think we have an issue.
I started the sentence. You got it out first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's. I'm nervous. Is this what you feel like with Cody all the time? Just knocking on death's door?
Not again.
No.
We can't do this to the man.
No,
Hey, this
he's
is a
we have
public
chill.
episode.
episodes.
No more Cody slander on the public episode. The algorithm
Patreon,
loves
though.
cats.
I already made a whole thumbnail with his obese cat, so we're kind of done with that. We
He's a
gotta
sweet
move on.
boy, and I love him.
Yeah, just let us
Oh,
know when that guy
dude.
takes a fucking.
Oh, I'm gonna send something to fucking the group chat right now that Andrew has to put up. But if you guys want to know what it's like open micing in New York, gang, sometimes the environmental elements get in the way, and you're not allowed to go to that open mic because this past, I believe Thursday, I was going to a place called Tiny Cupboard, which is on the top of the third floor of a fire escape, and there was a friend guarding the door, a furry friend, a
I just
raccoon
peeked at
friend.
the picture. Yeah.
Just wait till I pull it up, dickhead.
You can
You can
edit
put
it
it in
in.
and
You can
post.
edit it in. We can all see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's brutal.
What
Look
did you
at
do?
his-
Walk around it?
First off, me and Rowie, my buddy Rowie, who I go do mics with, we got on the roof of Tiny Cupboard and looked down at it and started like dropping stuff on it to see if it would move. And it like we dropped a top of a beer on it and he just went with his little hand and grabbed the bottle cap, and I'm just like, oh, he's got hands. Look at that little guy. He looks like he's wearing a hat.
And those things have fangs bigger than our teeth.
That's not true.
And hands, bro. Anything with thumbs, I don't trust. That's why I'll be trusted.
I'm surprised I didn't stand up and salute you on the way in, dude.
Yeah.
The raccoon.
Dude,
Yeah.
it was funny because we had to go through, like, usually that door right there that's all spray painted on is where we go in. And we were inside there, like on the other side of the door, and we're like kind of deciding what to do. We're like, oh, we'll just do the open mic in the downstairs room. And the host guy, he's like, I don't even think there's a raccoon out there. And we're like, yeah, there is. And he's like,
Fuck
nah.
around and find out.
No, he did. He opened the fucking door, and he's like, open the door full mast. He doesn't know it's behind the door. And so he's just opening the door into the raccoon's house. I'm like, dude, you're going to get fucked up. And he's like, nah, man, there's nothing out here. I'm like, look around the door. And he just looked around and slammed the door. He's like, there's a raccoon. There's a big raccoon.
You can probably fight a raccoon, right?
You can
Like kick it.
Yeah,
you'll
you can
get,
yeet it
you'll
with your
get
feet.
rabies. You'll get rabies,
Yeah, that's
though.
the thing. He needs one
Well,
shot.
I'm saying if you got jeans and like if it's cold in New York and you're like kind of bundled up, you could square off with a goddamn raccoon. Put a fucking Timberland in that thing's face.
Yeah, you don't
I
kick up,
would-
you kick down.
Yeah, I would wear chainmail and try to give him a hug. That's what I want. I just want to pick him up. I was just sitting there. I'm like, I want to feed him hot dogs. I want to feed him an ice cream cone. I want to watch him like try to wash, because raccoons. Is it raccoons? I think it's raccoons. They wash their food before they eat it. They like put it in, they like
Yeah.
dip it. They dip it in water, and like if you could give a raccoon cotton candy and he puts in water, it just dissolves, and he looks so
Oh, I've
sad.
seen that video.
It's so
Yeah.
sad, dude. He's like looking through the water.
He's just like,
That's
what the
awesome.
fuck? My fucking cotton candy. He's just like, ah. Dude, but it was
Andrew-
fun.
There was like, nah.
I can't
No, call me
imagine.
fat.
I can't imagine it just being like, yeah, we can't go to Wayward. Javelina's got inside. So,
Those are dangerous as fuck. I saw at a football practice once I was at. We were out in like Scottsdale, some kind of like industrial area, and we were at a park, and there was a family of javelinas, and they were like, at football practice, there's always like the siblings of the kids on the teams like running around, fucking off, doing something, and yeah. One of these motherfuckers was trying to like touch one of the babies that the mom wasn't paying attention to. And the mom
dude, you
turned
do
around and saw
not do
it.
that.
No, and the mom turned around and saw it and like full charge this kid, and this kid had to like swerve and get out of the way, and then they had to call animal control.
This is a pig.
No, fuck, it's not. These things
Dude,
eat cacti.
Yeah, it's a desert
They just
pig.
maul cactus. Now, those are the smaller versions of like a wild
Andrew,
boar.
that's you on the
know what-
way to work. That is you walking to the ice cream shop.
No, that's Andrew when I met him. Andrew, pull up a Razorback wild boar, please. In Arkansas, Razorback.
A Razorback wild boar.
Yeah, Razorback wild boars are the scariest fucking things in the world.
Oh my god.
They don't fucking play around. Those things are tanks.
That's a hard R
things-
bore.
Dude, yeah, no. Look at the one on the front of that guy's fucking ATV for like size reference.
fuck.
And what these guys do, you can find these videos on YouTube. Oh my god, I went down this whole rabbit hole. So in like Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, places where these things like, dude, they fuck up like livestock. They'll eat a cow. They'll
Tristan,
No, look
Tristan.
up
Tristan.
A10 warthog. That's me.
Tristan, tusks,
Yeah.
dog.
Well,
Tusks.
look at it. So what these people in Arkansas would do is they get these guys because they like ravage people's crops. They'll get these hunters that come in and they just put like a mess of fucking food out in this open field. And these things travel in packs of like 40 or 50.
Look how big this fucking thing is.
Bro, those things will fuck up your cows, your chickens, your crops. They eat everything. And so
That's Bebop and Rocksteady, bro.
Yeah. And is that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle guys? Yeah. So they'll round these things up by the dozens and just take ARs or shotguns and just boom, and like these things just
Yeah, in
They're
Florida.
tanking the shots a little bit.
yeah. No,
If-
they don't like.
In Florida, me and my buddies would go fuck around and like go smoke weed and out in the marshes past the trails, and there'd just be human-sized cages out there, and it'd just be like, "What are those?" It's like, "Oh, those are for wild boar," and I'm like, "It looks like they're for toddlers." Like, nah,
No,
they're
well,
for boar.
they'll charge you. I've seen some crazy videos of dudes like, these hunters have body cams and these really fucking powerful rifles. And these things just like, if you don't see them first, they'll charge you. And like sometimes these dudes catch them late and they're running at them and you have one shot to be like.
I like how with
Yeah.
any dangerous large animal, there's a white guy kneeling next to a dead one.
You know what? Sometimes you do need white guys to kill big animals because this actually helps the community.
ego.
Yeah.
Look
Now,
up
when they do
A10
it-
warthog.
I want to see that. What's an A10 warthog?
That's the type of
A10 or
animal I
A10?
am. A10 warthog.
Do you guys ever play Blood or Bacon? Or Blood and Bacon? Something like that.
That's what type of weapon I am, baby. Boom!
Oh, I thought.
Come at me.
Man, you suck.
Come
I thought
at
it was gonna
me.
be a cool woodland animal. It's
Look at that fucking. Look at that thing with a mouth on the front of it. A gun
That's
with
cool.
a mouth.
That's why I wanted to clarify. I thought you said like A10, like a place, like it was this fucking African warthog or something. You're like, no. it's
No.
a
This
fighter
is
jet.
possibly
Boom,
the
baby.
coolest fighter jet ever created. Dog.
Yeah, that thing is dope as fuck. And
Yeah.
in no way are you an A10 warthog. You fucking
I
loser.
am an A10 warthog.
You're a plane with a propeller on the front.
No,
You're a nigga in a
I'm not a
doily
si-
head at best.
I'm not a single prop. Shut up. I'm A10 warthog.
You just fucking move your hat and fly away.
The type of one that you have to like not cut off your hands with, where you're just like, yeah.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the public episode. I'm sure whatever was happening before that was riveting. It's cut out now for reasons of time. We had to cut.
Yeah.
It's all great. It's all great stuff. Some of it has to get cut out for time constraints. Otherwise, this would be a 5-hour podcast every week, and we got places to be.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure whatever just happened completely and fluidly connects. I'm sure.
it was dope. Yeah, I'm sure whatever was going on beforehand was dope. Here's something I do have this real time. This is my first Passover with my girlfriend, really, and my family. And my girl's big thing is she doesn't want to drink Manischewitz. She's like,
What the
"Can
fuck?
we, like,
What is Manischewitz?
it's kosher wine. Jewish wine. You never had it?
I've had it. I just don't know what it is. People just like, it's Manischewitz. I'm like, okay, and then I drink it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
all right.
it's traditionally fucking trash wine. It tastes like just like really sweet grape juice, and it's only like 9% alcohol, which for wine is not
Yeah,
man, I
wine
don't
is
think
usually
it's
like 14.
15 if you fucking partying. But
90.
Yeah, but
I want
she was like, "It's only, like,
90 proof
9%."
wine.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't one of those Christian holidays where it's just the guys to get fucked up. We're
This is my
worshiping
whiskey
God.
wine. It's 90 proof.
Yeah. And she was all nervous to ask my mom, and then my mom ended up replying back like, "Yeah, we'll just do like some Manischewitz during the Seder, and then we'll bring over some other stuff after." I was like, "Yeah, that's all right."
Why
I
is
did
she
see my,
nervous? It's gonna like upset her belly.
What, the wine?
Yeah,
No,
why is she
she's-
nervous about it?
Because she's a fucking snob. I love you. She's a snob, though. She's like, "What is this trash?" I'm like, it's
She's gonna be checking the legs on the Manischewitz, being like, I don't know if a Christian god would breed a fucking wine this age, huh?
She's be like, "Wow, this Jewish shit has like one whole tannin."
It's so funny
Yeah.
that you guys are both snobs in very different directions. Like she'll go upscale, and you'll be like, "Man, this fancy shit sucks ass, Taylor."
Well, that's inherently all rednecks are snobs, just in the other way.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
Yeah.
like, what? You bought a new car? Ooh, what are you, the queen or something?
What?
Well, I bought a new
You-
car. Well, it's new to me.
Yeah, you bought new pants, Taylor? Good news for me. Seems like I got your old ones. I got new pants, too.
That's really what it is. We're snobby in both ways. I knew I wanted to be snobby, though, because I grew up with no money, but, like, did a lot of activities in Scottsdale. So I was, like, around it. And I was always just like, oh, I want money.
So you
I
were
think
fake.
that's- Oh, no. 'Cause
Poser.
No.
Poser.
You're
Posers are,
Scottsdale's very own.
posers are people that are there that can't afford it, that are shopping in, like,
You can't afford it either, dog.
You can't afford it and you're there.
first of all,
You couldn't afford it. Let's preface with that.
More money than everyone here. But I think combined.
Let's talk about this. Your mom blew her way to the top. She sucked and fucked her way to the top of the
Where?
Pee Wee football
Whoa.
circuit. And that's listen. We all have to do what we have to
something
do.
and fucking she was doing. She's the only one with a son still not on the payroll. So everyone shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not a good business model.
That I'm self.
It got you Gatorade Player of the Year. It's a big up and then bomb. Yeah.
Bro, if the Venmo servers ever take a dip, you're fucked.
What do you mean Venmo servers like I pay for sex?
Zelle, Cash App,
I
whatever.
pay Haley to shut up. I'm kidding.
And that money comes straight from Brad and Shannon.
No, I make my way. I do shows out here, and you realize I do get paid for shows out here, right?
No, I'm not gonna go there.
I'll break down your finances on the public episode as the guy with the most money here.
yeah, I didn't
how
wanna
are you
go there,
getting
buddy.
paid?
I mean, so do the panhandlers on the street corner. But I don't really know if that
That's
fucking
actually
counts.
a wild question I've been wanting to ask you, but haven't for like months now. Because New York's the most expensive, so it's like, how are you alive and breathing?
I make my way.
Sucking and fucking, if we're being
Yeah.
honest.
How did you get the Gatorade Player of the Year, feller? I'm taking one out of
Skill
your
and
mommy's
hard
book.
work? What are you
Nah,
It
sucking and
does
fucking.
take skill and hard work to
I didn't
suck a
take
good dick.
money from Powerade to get the fucking Gatorade deal. They just they were like, yeah, you're deserving.
Nah, I'm sucking and fucking. But I live off my means. I mean, like, I obviously like
You
have.
live in the most expensive part of Manhattan.
You're answering like a police chief being questioned for an open case. You're like, yeah, we're some good leads are coming in, and the guys are getting some good evidence unturned, and like just saying a bunch of.
What? What do you
okay,
mean? I'm
I
saying a
love you.
bunch of nothing.
You don't have to be corporate businessman Tristan Bowling. I just want to know.
I just want you to at least be conductor Tristan Bowling.
I just want to know that the human Tristan, the human formerly known as Tristan Bowling, could take care of the human formerly known as Tristan Bowling.
He can.
Should the
He's
human
doing
should
fine.
the human currently known as Haley go away? Brad
Human
Gravy
Tristan
train dries
Bowling
up.
will be fine.
I hope so. 'Cause I get
Tristan-
nervous about you, asshole. You're over there on the other side of the
I'm
world
doing
God
fine.
knows what.
I'm going out. I'm doing shows. I'm getting invited and asked to do more shows. It's not. It's I'm doing my thing. It's a big city.
Is there
There's
a-
a
That's
lot
still
to
not a
conquer.
straight answer.
I'll ask. I know.
It's
I'll
still
ask,
not a straight
I'll
answer.
ask you this: is there a stigma against having a job because there's actually people over there that don't need to have a job?
No, there's not a stigma. Honestly, from what I've told, like most open micers who are out here don't have a job, or it's hard for them to find a job. Like my buddy Rowie just got a job for like the first time in like 2 years, just because it's hard to get like steady employment.
Okay, so how does
What jobs are they looking for though?
how does
'Cause that's
everyone
a
make
different
money?
It's like
What is-
people. It's
where's-
my buddy Rowie puts on the stickers for DoorDash. Like he's like it's like that shit. It's like not a lot of like you can go work at like an Arby's or something like that, but most of the jobs are like in between for like a lot of like fucking a lot of things need runners, a lot of things need delivery people, and you need to have like fucking a bike or shit for like that. So it's
That's
like a
what I'm
bunch
saying,
of
though. So you're saying most people don't even do that?
No. I mean, like, I know a
How
lot of
are-
people who just, like, who just like make money off of like some writing gigs or just like even just like have coast off the money that they have and stuff like that. But it's people live out here, man. I mean, it is really expensive to live out here, and I have to like come up with money, and like all the money that I do earn, I respectively give to Haley, because I'm like, hey, she does pull weight with rent because she like knows that I'm trying to go full send and like try to get spots at the stand and shit like that, which is doing well, and so, like, she's helping me out. My parents are helping me out. It's basically like college. Like, my parents didn't have to pay for college for either one of their kids. So, it's like they never had to shell out, like, cash. So, my mom helps me out a little bit until, like, I can get some regular paying spots, which I've been getting. So, it's working.
How
It's
much
just
spots
like
pay?
like, it all depends. Like, I got $50 for doing 10 minutes, like, twice at this place called like a con body. I'm doing like smaller spots that my buddies like get me on, and it's like just little things here and there like Venmo. Honestly, part of it goes back to doing open mics because it costs like money to do open mics. A
Yeah.
lot of them are like a thing at the bar or like $10 or like $2 or
$10?
like yeah, some of them are 10 fucking bucks, man. It's weird. It's fucking it's a $10 to put your name in a bucket, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and not even like in
No,
like
yeah,
on a
most places are like $5, right, Tristan?
yeah, like $5,
Can you at
$2.
Is it at least like you like buy something at the bar? Do they have that deal worked out, or is it like
Some
just cold
places.
$5 like this going right to the comic?
It's not if it's a bar thing, you have to pay cash, or else it's a credit card minimum, and then or like a debit card minimum, and you have to get two things, so you're spending like 12 fucking bucks. So like, yeah, it's insane. It's kind of like a ploy, and like I obviously like I don't want to be in the situation where I have to like rely on my parents and stuff like that. And I did have a nice little savings that I accumulated from Arizona, but that's like towards the end and like being like kind of assessed. So I'm just like, it's what it is. I'm with like if I had like a steady like the thing is having a steady schedule out here is borderline fucking impossible. It's like it
you
seems
mean?
like everyone who no one's on a 9 to 5 every single day. No one's doing that. Unless you're like a corporate or like a fucking Wall Street or something like that. It's always weird hours and shit. There's ghost kitchens that go until like 24 hours that like you can just order like I ordered something from Baskin Robbins at 3 in the morning when me and Haley were just hanging out. It came in the Dunkin' Donuts thing because it's a ghost kitchen. They use the kitchen for both things. It's super weird. It's like,
What the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So like, there's literally be like, you'll pass somewhere in Brooklyn where it's just a storefront that smells good, and you're like, oh, can we go eat there? It's like, no, you have to order through Postmates, and it's like a whole thing. And it's like, oh, okay. Apparently it's online only, like this restaurant I'm looking at. But
What the
It's-
fuck?
You remember
Yeah, dude.
that happened to us when we were in LA? Remember when we went to do the haha?
yeah,
and
when we
tried
went to
get
fucking
Wingstop?
Wingstop. When we went to Wingstop in LA. And we're just like,
What?
oh, can we get Wingstop? And it was on the fucking thing, and then we had to go to Denny's and get that bullshit get that bullshit meal.
Yeah,
And we were
did.
like walked up to the Wingstop, and it was just a guy sitting in like what looked like a freshly robbed Wingstop, just being like, like,
He's like, yeah, they shit here, fam. Online only.
yeah, it's
Okay,
insane.
I remember that. Hey, Denny's is nice. Nice little Denny's late night meal.
That Denny's was not good. I got chicken
Well, okay, I take
fingers,
that
and
back.
they were like,
no Denny's are nice. There's not one in existence throughout America that's considered nice. There's a couple that are okay. There's a few that are, but that's
They're
as high
nice
as, yeah.
if you're 13 shots deep.
Yeah, or 13, and you still like the coloring thing. Other, which I'd still fuck up one of those. There's something soothing about lightly, like what I would do when I'd color in those. I wasn't one of those fucking spazzes. that
Once
just
again,
colored.
once
I
again,
would-
Daniel, before you finish this, you have had the most trash childhood.
Yeah, when I was at the Cracker Barrel and they gave me the paper things with the 3-pack of off-color crayons,
you have
it's
to
like
give back. You have to give the crayons back.
they collected. They were there. And if we're being real, when I went to Cracker Barrel and I got 4 shaved down all blue crayons, just the ends are broken and stuff.
Yeah.
What I would do is I would color like, so if this is the line, I'd color a real fucking dark line around all the outline.
The thin
and
blue
then-
line?
And yeah, Andrew, almost like that. And then actually exactly like that. And then we took back America. But then I would like lightly color in the in between. It was just therapeutic as fuck. And then my mom would come in and like write some stuff in the middle, and it really pissed me off. It ticked me off. She's probably like,
You're
I love
just-
you. And I'm like, well, there goes the
just like-
symmetry.
Yeah, that's your autistic side coming in, where you're just like, don't touch the shading. It's like, I'm writing your order. It's like, ah! That's a good thing for you.
Were you a big wanting to switch off the kids menu guy? Was that like a point of pride? You were like, fuck this trash. I want the full size burger.
I did. I was just like, I don't want the kids menu thing, and then my mom would almost like preemptively be like ready for that. So she'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get a salad and then finish his shit because he's not gonna be able to eat it.
He's not
like,
going to eat anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
he has
always
too
the
much pride.
worst. Dude, when you get your mom was better than mine. She would get. I would get embarrassed. I'd be like, "Yeah, let me get the country fried." She's like, "No, you're not gonna eat all that. You know, you want the chicken." I'm like, "All right, bro, I'll have the chicken tenders." Fuck, and bring me a kid's toy.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
we've talked about this before, where I had a hard time like reading growing up.
I'll have.
Growing up,
So like, dude, it was honest. Like, I would
And
try to move
growing
up
up
to the big.
into your adolescence, you had a hard time reading.
Yeah,
You're still ordering off the kids menu, but pointing at pictures. You're like, "I'll take the adult version of this thing."
that's
right
exactly what I was about to say. dude.
Here.
I'd be like, and then I'd have my parents read off what was on it. So I was like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Oh my god, you suck. Yeah, that's trash. You were actually illiterate.
Yeah.
for like a period of time.
Till like, I want to say 5th or 6th grade. Yeah, like I had a very hard time reading.
Was it English your first language?
Yeah,
How could you not read? And you like went to all your schooling and shit?
yeah.
Dude, your dad had to have a freak out. Your parents had to be in the
Oh,
room one night. And
we
your dad
had-
was like,
we had a
"Dude, he's
printer-
fucking retarded.
We
He's
had a
dumb."
We had a printer purely for recreating homework.
Dude,
You know what
I
I mean?
can't.
Where it's like your
I-
parents would freak out and like rip your shit up and be like, "Why aren't you getting this?" And it was like, "Oh well, I have the extra copy ready right here."
That's insane. Dude, I
Yeah.
can't imagine. In 5th grade, I was doing 5-paragraph essays, like at our school. Like we had to.
No, I still have to get
And-
my shit proofread.
I thought you were gonna say a drug. You're like, dude, in 5th grade, I was experimenting with acid already, and you couldn't fucking read.
I did start smoking weed in 5th grade.
Are you dead ass?
Yeah, when I
That's
started
nuts.
smoking weed
Dude, you were a
when I was
bad
when I
kid.
started. I started smoking weed when I was 12 years old.
You're a bad. Yeah, you're what's classified as a bad kid. It turned out okay, I think. But as a 12, if you're a 12-year-old that smokes weed, you are inherently a bad kid. That's fucking like when
Dude.
people say little badass kids. That's you, fam. That's wild.
It was fun, dude. It ruled. We were smoking. It was me and my buddy Joey, and we were smoking in like this little canyon gulch behind our houses. And then we went up and went to his house, and his mom knocked on the door. We all thought we were fucked, and he's like, I just went to McDonald's and got you guys some hot and spices. I just assumed you'd want some. And we were just like, you assumed correctly. And we just, I
Assume
remember.
she smelled you wanted some. What are you
Yeah,
talking
I-
about?
Do you think she knew?
No way. No way. Like, dude, we were like, we went through like the whole like, I was 12 and he was like in 2 grades above me. So I was like the whole like, oh, and he's like, dude, chill.
He's 14.
And
yeah,
I just smoked weed and then he just like sprayed me down with Axe and shit like that.
there it is.
Ate a
Do you
bunch
know
of
if he
meth.
had older siblings or was he the oldest?
He was the oldest. He had younger siblings, John.
Okay, the mom probably didn't actually know then. Because if he was a middle child, she's like, what am I going to do? I
Oh,
tried
dude,
this
I just got into that argument with my parents last night because my brother went on a hike.
with a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
you fucking up Camelback Mountain.
Bull-
And, dude,
Bullshit.
my mom pulled up his phone. He's like, look at the message he sent me because she was like, I want to see a picture of you on the hike. And so he sent a picture when he got dropped off, and then she asked me, he's like, are these pictures real? And I literally looked at him, and he looked at me. I was like, those look pretty good. And I
Checks out.
I took his phone and I typed in Arizona hiking trails with cactus. And the first 2 pictures are the ones he sent. I told him, I was like, you fucking idiot.
Go 3 pages into Google search.
Oh man, being fucking young and having to like really work your ass off to skirt around shit. Bro, I had to YouTube how to like command inspect like move around websites. Like you can fuck around on a singular page. I've had to change grades before and learn how to like hack shit so I could go to football practice. That's fucking nuts. I hope he didn't. You know, he probably did all that, and she like gave him an over the pants little hand job. It was like, all right, we can go back now. He's like, what? I just corporate espionage my mom to fucking come out here.
No, the thing is though, is that I don't know if this happens with you and your siblings or like when you were like growing up, but like, did you ever have to like defend your siblings like you're in a court case?
Yes, I
just did that last night.
I'm gonna send this to you. Which here? It's Annie. I just sent it over. That's my brother at prom. That's what he wore and the girl that he was hanging out with. This is the first time I've ever seen my brother be cool. I've been waiting for this kid to be cool for 18 years of his life. This is the first fucking time I've ever seen him.
What did he do that was cool?
So, I'm pulling it up.
To be fair, let me be honest. And if she hears this, I'm sorry. Dallas, growing up, you have never done a single cool thing. You never. I was literally sitting here raking my brain, thinking about like a time where I was just like, oh shit, Dallas did that. And I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, actually, she was pretty fucking metal like Guitar Hero. She was really good. So I remember being proud of her, just being like, man, fuck. Like, hard difficulty. You're nailing this. This is crazy.
You know what I'm talking about? When you see him do something fun, you're like, fucking sweet. So my brother was going to prom. He didn't actually go with a girl, which I was at first like, all right, fuck. And then he like rolls out this whole fucking story of how he's like, yeah, this.
Can you text it to me real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, he was like, I went out with this girl and she, like we were dancing and we were doing this and that. And he's in like a full cowboy fit, like belt buckle, vest, hat, boots, Wranglers.
Oh yeah, I forgot that your brother, you do not look anything like your brother. I always forget
look
that
almost
like
nothing alike. Yeah.
I know. I see photos of your brother and I'm like, what fucking you look like the guest star on like the Ranch Hand show. When you go in to like take photos with your brother, just like, who the fuck is this physical fitness trainer who's blowing out this poor sad white woman, and why do they invite him to the barbecue?
I used to do a joke about that because there was a guy at Dave & Buster's that really thought that. He confused me. He was like, "The fuck is this modern divorce going on here?" The dad's hanging out with the new black guy.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
cool, I guess.
You've seen cucking in the bedroom, but have you seen it at Dave & Buster's? Well,
The Peter Piper pizza.
guess what? It's a 2-player game and only one person's watching, and you know who that is.
And he's getting like overly physical. He has his like arm around her in front of the dad. The dad doesn't
Just
give
like
two fucks.
hat, putting his arms around his shoulders, just being like, "You're so good at buck hunt." It's crazy.
You watching you play Golden Tee's sexy as fuck.
Did you shoot that doe on purpose? I knew you did. You're a bad boy.
But look at this. Dude. My brother has long hair. Looks
This
like
is the worst. Dude, this is the worst shit of all time.
But the way he found this, I thought his night was going to be like, he is kind of awkward. He stands in the back. He's not the first to talk to anyone. I thought his night was going to be, I went to prom. I stood in the back. I went home. Called it a day. This kid, he goes, yeah, so I snuck 2 flasks in. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, we were sitting there I was running to the bathroom every so often taking, shots. And then this girl was kind of like eyeing me from across the way. So I went over and we started talking, and then we started like dancing so much so that we had to be like separated kind of, some leave some room
your
for
boy's
Jesus.
got that dog in him.
Dude, I was freaking out, and I put it on like, and he wouldn't have said all this if he knew Taylor was listening because they don't have their relationship yet. But I just kept repeating everything that I was like, what? Oh, you were taking shots in the bathroom? She was in a cowgirl hat and just like repeat. So Taylor's getting this like hangover of fucking tail. And then he gets to the very end. I'm like, so what happened? I was like, it's okay if you didn't land the plane because you have like 3 more weeks of high school. This is already landable. All you've told me already. You're in a fucking spinning promo thing with a chick. Yeah, you could have a very nice Judd Apatow
You're
ending
back
to this
to
fucking high
back
school.
buddy cop style.
Yeah, so apparently him and that girl split some edibles, which he's not a big weed guy, but
Ew,
He
don't do
fisted
that
her.
motion.
That's what happened.
This is still youth. So
Yeah.
Dude, I was smoking weed at 12, fisting at 13, bro. I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
It's gross. Yeah, but he ended the night with like apparently the girl. They went back to this hotel room, which is how I know.
This is gross. I don't like this.
Yeah, no. This is how I know he was actually like, but not like just them. Like like the high school hotel room where it's like,
okay. Like the whole squad came through.
7 niggas get like 2 hotel rooms and they're like next to each
They
other.
take turns in the bathroom.
Kind of, and apparently everyone fell asleep, and a couple of people peeled off into like the fuck room basically, and a bunch of people were like drunk sleeping, because a bunch of children drunk as hell sleeping in one room, and it was just Squab and this girl were up, and she stood up and she goes, "Hey, I'm gonna go into the other room," and my brother goes, "Okay," and just looks out the window and continued to watch YouTube.
No, he
And I
stared
go-
at the stars.
He stared at the
He's
stars.
not-
I go, "Hey, bud, I love you. I can help you land this plane. We have time. I want you to know so you know for future reference, that was it. You missed it. You missed the whole thing. Not even close. You didn't touch it. You didn't smell it. That was her being like, what's good with it?" And you were like, "I don't know. I'm gonna see what."
You were
fucking
in the
cutie pie's
you were
up
in the
to."
end you were in the end zone and watched the football land at your feet, and you're like, huh.
Man, it was hard to, dude. Because I was talking as he was like telling me the shit, and, like responding back to him, but then it started getting to the point where I was like, "Wait, did he land this bitch? Did he land the plane?" And then he's like, "She told me to come on." He's like, "Ah." And then I looked out the window and I was like,
No.
"Man, fuck." But I was like, "Yeah, I'll see him tonight. I'll coach him up a little bit." Is that weird? How far can you go with giving your brother lines to say to fuck a 17-year-old girl? That's a real question I have.
I would phrase that differently.
Yeah, I'd say
'Cause
phrase
I'm
it
not
different.
talking to the girl. I'm giving lines to my also 17-year-old
You're
brother.
Chris Hansen.
Oh, do you know? I was about to say. Do you know who also had this same line of questioning? The people caught by Chris Hansen on To Catch a Predator. You can say it's a chat log all you want, pal. But
Because what am I supposed to do if he sends me a text where she like sends something flirty and I'm like, I mean, I got something for you. Hold on. Fucking you legally have to hit send. All right, there you go. Just give it back to him.
You've seen how the thing is that's not going to work because he is a completely different person, and also you've seen
all
what
the kids
happens
are
when you
fucking
text.
dumb now. I'd be
No,
like,
no,
I'd have to
can't
be like,
Daniel,
"Oh, W
Daniel,
text, babe."
No, you
raw.
can't put the N word
Daniel.
in his text messages. I hope you know this.
Daniel,
This is giving right now, huh?
or maybe she responds with the N word, and we both learn something about your family. And no.
Was open as hell.
What I'm saying is, this has happened before. You texting for someone with Andrew, and it hasn't really worked out that well. Because at the end of the day, it's the guy who's the phone. No matter what, when you're texting the guy, it's got to be him. It's got to be him. You can't come up with the vibrato of like, "Yo, ma, I just want to let you know how I'm doing this show." I'm like, "Howdy, partner, you want to get in a spinning tube and take our photo?" Huh? Like, there's no way.
He has such a different like swag to him, and by that I mean almost.
I
none,
wouldn't
but it's
use
like
the word swag. It's such a different
it's-
swag. I wouldn't even use the word swag.
You know what it is? He's like we're so opposite because he gets classified as like a nice guy. It's like, oh, he's Peyton, nice. That's a nice boy. Daniel, fucking asshat. Immediate asshat response, which is either what you want or what you don't want. I haven't decided yet.
Tell me what you want. Tell you what you need. What you need.
Tristan, did your sister ever help cover for you growing up?
She was covering up enough, fam.
Yeah, I think she like. I don't know if she ever like.
or was she the sibling that was like, "Yo, don't look at my problems. Tristan's fucking up over there in the corner."
It was more like it was like Dallas never really did like fuck up or anything like that, so it was always all on me. It was always like, Dallas is she's a roommate that lives here that we feed. You are the issue, Tristan. And I'm like,
Your parents are fucking.
That's how I was growing.
So, dude, holy shit. How old was she when she had roommates that they fed and paid for?
I'm saying no, not in the house. I'm saying that
No, they
Dallas is like
treated her like a roommate.
Yeah, no. She's like she's doing her own thing. We love her. We don't have to worry about her. You are the main pressing issue. You're not doing homework. Like you need
Tristan,
to, and you never have.
Tristan, you and I grew up the exact same, buddy.
Yeah.
What's the age difference?
16 months. It's not that big.
It's the same age.
Yeah,
How
we're
are they
Irish
already
twins.
wrote her off, and they're like, we're on to the other one.
Because he's smoking
That's
weed
how
at
much
15.
better she was doing. Like honestly.
This guy's getting high at 12, dog. What do you mean? Why are they focusing
They
on
do
this
install.
one?
Well, I don't know. They didn't have to install Japanese suicide nets around the house for her.
They didn't have
They
to
never
turn the medicine
needed to.
cabinet into a CVS.
Tristan's window
That
is
that
an
was
inflatable
partially
fuck-
my grandma. That was my grandma, sir. The
She was
CVS.
flighty too.
No, my grandma just had so much fucking. Of course she was fighty. My grandma was a dickhead towards the end,
No.
dude.
Flighty. Like
She was trying to run.
Like a flight risk. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get off
Nah.
the plane in the air.
Yeah, I mean, she would try. She would try. If you
Nah,
told her
dude.
white wine, if you said white wine was on the other side of that door, then yeah.
Okay, I don't
You'd
mean
get her
to bother you. Sorry, Tristan, I mean to cut you off. She like bonked the side of her head. There's a little bit of blood on the side. Yeah, you should look at it. She's just been kind of docile this whole time. I think she's all right. But yeah, I don't know. We all just noticed it. She was bleeding and yeah. I mean, she probably got the zoomies and like bonked her head. But yeah, we got to land this bird here. Speaking of,
we had to
No,
cut
we
a
don't.
lot of your
We
set. We got like
lost-
another 7 more.
Yeah.
7 to 10 at most.
damn, we're having a
Right
flow.
under
too.
her
What was I
ear.
talking about? Chinese suicide nets?
We're talking about siblings having to cover because I just got into an argument with my parents. Not like an argument, but like a court case with my parents trying to defend my brother. And my brother was like kept talking. I was like, motherfucker, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop helping you, dog.
My brother caught me sipping liquor out of the fridge once. It was like the middle of the night, and I just had like the fridge open. It was like, and he was right there, and I was like, "Come on, be at that age where you're cool." Like, and I was not sure either. I was
No,
like,
you-
"This could be the end right here."
Dude,
This could
before
be
my
it.
before my parents knew I was like smoking, I was like smoking outside of my brother's. Like looked out the window. He's like, just make sure they don't see you. And I was like, you're the fucking homie,
Well, no, because
dog.
at that point they're just concerned for your like. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna murder you
Yeah.
if like they're gonna destroy your life if they figure this
No,
out."
that's why I said that's what I'm saying. Like he was at the age when that happened where he's like, man, come on, just don't let them see it,
Well,
dog.
And this is sibling politics. All you have to do is fucking get them to see you, like, get them to not snitch on one bad thing you did once, and then you're like, "Oh, you're in." Because if you go to the fucking judges now, you're an accomplice.
Yeah.
You fucking watched me bury the body. You didn't kill him, but you saw me.
No, if you go to the judges now, I got 6 crimes on you, dog.
Yeah, you piece of shit. You know where all the bodies are buried, don't you? You snitch.
Like I've helped him
Yeah.
sneak out, and I gave him game on how to like sneak out of the house and go to a party, and I gave him game on how to like get back in without anybody noticing.
It
Notice
is
how there
nice.
was no actual giving game on the game at the party. You're like, I can teach you how to get in, and I can teach you how to get out. When you're there, I don't know.
It
not
is
my
nice
specialty.
to team up with your sibling finally. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like you
it is
start
cool.
off as ops. Like when you start off, you're trying to fuck your sibling
Immediate
up.
oppositions. I wake up
Yeah.
immediately and just, I would smother my brother's face, kind of. Fucking,
Or like they do some bad shit, and you're like, I'm about to get the heat off me, dude. I'm about to get the heat off for the next week.
That's what I was talking about. And
Bruh.
then you guys just fucking meld with each other, and you guys are on the same page all the
I
time.
always got in trouble for beating my brother's ass because I'm so just like,
Same.
I'm older than him, but also we have different genetics, so I'm just like physically bigger than him. I would fuck
Dude.
my brother up, dude.
Yeah, and then he
Dude,
became
I
a
can't
state
imagine.
wrestler.
I fucked his shit up.
I helped
Yeah.
my sister be gay because she was a lesbian and my parents weren't cool with it at first. So I used to like when they'd come home and she had her girlfriend over, I'd be like playing Minecraft and my sister's girlfriend meanwhile is just hiding in my fucking closet. And then my sister helped me
Wow.
hide that I was smoking weed. So it was a great pair.
Damn.
That's a trade off.
It's a good trade off. She's gay. I'm retarded. Daniel, you said retarded earlier. You opened the gates, okay? Andrew and I looked at each other, and now no one's watching, so it's okay.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
alright.
we actually have your guys' siblings make up for my leaning one way or the other. You know, your sister's gay. Your sister has a whole fucking gang
Mega gay.
riding.
My brother's a Chad. It's sick.
Your brother's not a Chad.
Yeah. Andrew
Yeah,
tried to show me
the
a picture
only-
of his brother. He goes, "My brother's so white, he looks Caucasian." He shows me a picture of this kid from the fucking middle of the earth. I was like, what is it?
Yeah. He shows you a photo of like an Ecuadorian kid. Like, who are you talking about?
I'm like, oh, did this kid put the coconuts down to take this picture? Who the fuck is this?
I haven't seen any of Andrew's siblings, but I imagine they look exactly like Andrew in different wigs. That is all. Like,
you're not too far off, bud.
Yeah, your sister is just you in a wig, and your brother is just a smaller you. All you guys could fit inside of each other like Russian nesting dolls.
Well, the thing is too is that he works out consistently. Like he's like a gym bro too. So like he's like getting into like shape. He's getting cut, and it's just so upsetting to see how.
The last time I heard
you can
updates,
do that too.
You were that. He's just 3 years from you right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're not too far off.
yeah, introduce him to Canes, bring him to the dark side.
This is a guava vape. Go on.
No, the thing is, he's like a Brody type where he's like he works out. He's like into sports. He wears chains. It's everything. He's such a Brody type, dog.
That's funny.
A real charmer or what?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Did they actually get bitches?
Yes.
Someone's representing for the clan.
And why are you telling him anything about parties?
No, I was teaching him how to sneak out of the house.
Oh, can we talk about on the Patreon how you got pink eye?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Andrew got pink eye from a chocolate starfish that he knew was contaminated.
Oh wait, I have
This is a public still, dog.
I didn't give anything away.
Dude, after the DBG and friends,
I'm
we all
excited.
killed, after the DBG and friends where we all killed, I was
Everyone
driving
eat my
home
ass.
and I got fucking pulled over on my driveway.
In
I got
your
pulled
driveway?
over in my driveway, dude. Because I was driving home. Everything was fine. I pull up and I literally park my car like where I park it at night, and the cop turns his lights on me, and I was like, bro, I fucking made it. Like, and he comes up and he's like, yeah, your license plate is slightly expired, and then wrote me up a ticket on my fucking drive. I was trying to crowd work my way out of it. I was trying to be funny. I got no laughs, bro. I forgot I suck at crowd work for a moment there. I got fined on my driveway.
Can you even do that? You're like, can you just deny it? You're like,
I
no,
I crowd my
base.
Dude, I crowd worked my way out of a ticket completely in the wrong. I had fucking I was over
You
at
have
the
a road
QT.
soda in your hand.
I had 9 under the seat, motherfucker. I had to put one that was in my cup holder back and around behind my like along the driver's side door, so if he shined a light, he wouldn't be able to see it in the adjacent cup holder. Because I fucking think, dude. And
No,
so
I remember the tactics
my
we would
I
have
fucking
whenever we
think-
got into your car.
I fucking
Yeah.
thinks as a guy in a car full of empty beer cans getting pulled over. I
Yeah.
think ahead.
So
Every time
anyways,
we broke in
so
your car,
anyways.
it sounded like an aluminum trash can floating around.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I prepared for this.
No, dude, literally. So, anyways, like the good driver I was, I pulled out of a QT going the wrong way on the road. Because
Oh,
it was
God.
the whole road work was fucked up. There was no lines, and I thought that it was like a diverging path. And then I realized, as the construction workers looked at me like, "What the fuck?" that I was doing something bad.
You're driving towards head-on traffic.
Yeah, and I was just like, ain't a good look. And then I looked at the cop and I'm like, ain't a good look. And then I pull her right
Did he
back
light you,
in.
or did you pull over?
Just immediately
purposely?
started pulling
Yeah.
over because he started following me. Immediately I go back into the QT, and I was like sitting there, and I'm like, this could be a moment. This could be a bad moment for the boy. And he pulls up, and I rolled down my window, like, and instantly put my head out, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not from around here. I'm from Buckeye. I just thought that the road, I just wasn't paying attention. He's like, oh, okay. And then, like, throughout the process, he's like, hey, when was the last time you got pulled over? I'm like, so long ago. He's like, yeah, don't stick your head out the window immediately, because people have been getting shot, and that's a scary thing to do. And I'm like, get it perfectly. And he's like,
it
all
kinda
right.
seems like you're scanning to make sure it's a good time to shoot him. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
hey, nothing to worry about. Just come a little bit closer.
You look
Yeah.
like you're waiting for his hand to leave the door handle.
Yeah. And I was like, I just got confused. And he was all, yeah, sometimes like people have been doing that tonight, but it's usually because they've been drinking and driving. And I'm just like, hey, never would I. And
Not
he
me,
was like,
officer.
and he's like, oh, I'm going to go scan your plates, but like anything else, any other information you need? And I'm like, how's your night going? He's like, you know what? Not
back.
too bad. And he's just like, we start talking. I'm just like, yeah, just going good. How long you on your beat when you get off? He's like, get off 7 a.m. And I'm like, bro, that sucks. He's like, tell me about it. Anyway, we'll get you out of here in a second. I'm like, damn right you will. Let's get out of here.
I've crowd worked my way out of a criminal speeding ticket too. It was when we were going to Flagstaff.
Must be nice. to have
Oh,
the
you
option to try.
fucking idiot.
I just sit there and I go, well, I guess I got whatever's coming. Just fucking sit
No,
there
are you
quiet.
kidding
Why do you
me?
think I
When
wear
they-
sweaters? It's not to hide my fat. It's to keep the melanin away.
Yeah.
Daniel, if you had the car you want to have and a cop pulled you over, do you know how fucking confused they would be if they just see some 4x4 hopping a curb because they don't know how to get out of a McDonald's parking lot, and then they pull you over and see this like Taylor Swift listening to black guy sitting in the front seat just being like, what seems to be the problem, officer? And like, what?
As I'm turning down You Belong With Me, taking my Oakleys off and being like, can I help you, my nigga? They're like, what the fuck is going on?
What happened? Did you steal this Raptor and the clothes of the man wearing this Raptor? You're like,
I'm still
no.
humming it. They're like, license and registration. I'm like, no problem. And now you waiting at the... Here you go. Just hand it.
Yeah.
That would be me. Now,
Do you have any weapons in the car? Is this still a free country? What do you think, dog?
Yeah, what the fuck? I got 6 registered Glocks in the back. Look like a Nancy to you? Where's your badge? Who do you report to?
Give me your lieutenant's number.
Honestly, bro, the higher the lift on the truck, the more shit you can talk to a pussy ass cop officer.
No, you're just
Hey,
looking down.
Hey, if you want to, Pork, you could stand on the fucking side lift if you need to meet me up here. Are we crack-a-lacked? I know, turn your shit off. Thank you for watching an episode of The Final Stop. Join the Patreon. We'll see you guys next week.
This has been a doozy. It's been fun.